In Austin, I'm Quita Culpepper. A former Hayes CISD teacher has been sentenced to life in prison for sexually abusing children. A jury found 53-year-old Andrew Palmore guilty. Authorities arrested the former Blanco Vista Elementary School teacher in 2022. 6 different children and 2 adult women claiming to be Palmore's victims testified against him during the trial. Palmore will not be eligible for parole. Governor Greg Abbott says Texas is targeting professors who push what he calls leftist ideas. Now, this comes after a UT Austin professor says he was dismissed from an administrative role over what he calls ideological differences. Other professors say it spells trouble for higher education. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez explains.
This is the post sparking conversation online about academic freedom and free speech at universities. It's from UT professor Art Markman saying he was dismissed from an administrative role over ideological differences. On Monday, Markman declined an on-camera interview, but sent KVUE a statement saying he wants to focus on the positive and writing, quote, "I have deep gratitude to the faculty, staff, and students at the University of Texas who make this institution great. I am proud of what I and my teams have achieved in my leadership roles at UT," end quote. Markman's announcement led to a post from Governor Greg Abbott, where he mentions Texas professors pushing leftist ideas and, quote, "We must end indoctrination and return to education fundamentals at all levels of education," end quote. Professor Emeritus Douglas Laycock with UT's law school says Markman's dismissal isn't unusual.
Senior officials who disagree with their immediate superiors often wind up leaving voluntarily or involuntarily. So by itself, this is not a big deal.
But says it speaks to a broader issue and could threaten academic freedom.
Faculty are intimidated. And some of them are continuing to say what they think, and some of them are lying low and keeping their mouth shut.
With regard to Markman's post, a UT spokesperson told us they don't comment on personnel matters. His announcement comes after Texas State professor Tom Alter was fired. He was accused of inciting violence while speaking at an online socialism conference. And Texas A&M removed staff, and the previous president resigned after controversy over gender teachings in a children's literature class. Laycock says it's worrisome to see politics affecting daily life at universities.
First of all, this had nothing to do with Markham's teaching. It was about his role in the administration. But the claim that universities are indoctrinating their students is just wildly exaggerated.
For now, Markman said he's still a member of the faculty at UT and will share announcements about his new chapter in the coming weeks. In Austin, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
A popular pizza spot in South Austin was shut down after a fire Sunday night. A spokesperson for Home Slice says a small fire broke out at their More Home Slice restaurant on South Congress Avenue. It's a smaller takeout-only restaurant next to the larger sit-down version. According to the Austin Fire Department, the fire started around a pizza oven exhaust vent. Crews put it out at around 9 p.m. No one was hurt, and AFD says the fire was accidental. The main restaurant is still open, but the takeout side is closed. Officials from Travis County and the city of Austin have signed wildfire disaster declarations. This comes after Governor Greg Abbott activated state wildfire resources. And according to the Travis County Fire Marshal, heavy rainfall over the summer led to rapid grass growth, which has since dried out, creating a dangerous source of fuel for wildfires. Austin now ranks 5th in the nation for the number of homes at risk from wildfires. Mayor Kirk Watson says declaring a disaster early allows the city and county to better track expenses and quickly mobilize resources when needed.
Austin ranks 5th in the nation in the number of homes at risk of wildfire. And that means it's especially important for those of us living here in Austin and the surrounding area to be aware and prepared. If you live here, you need to know what to do to prevent wildfires.
City leaders are reminding Texans to sign up for Warn Central Texas alerts so you can get emergency notifications straight to your phone. Early voting is underway in Texas, and the big item for Austin voters is Proposition Q. City leaders say they need that money to tackle issues like homelessness, public safety, and park maintenance. But as KVUE's Adam Bennett explains, opponents worry that'll worsen affordability and push people out of Austin.
The area around 9th and Prospect in East Austin is where Stephen Brown grew up.
East Austin, to me, represents family, connections, making the best out of nothing.
Brown says he now owns a home nearby, even as the neighborhood has changed around him.
The loss of community, people not being able to afford to stay here, people not being able to afford to be close to their safety net, and families who can help out.
Brown worries that problem will get worse if Proposition Q passes. This morning at longtime East Austin restaurant One in a Million, Brown joined homeowners, renters, and politicians past and present.
It is a giant slush fund forever.
To speak against the measure. Speakers singled out what they call vague ballot language and pointed to other cash-strapped cities that have tightened their belt.
Houston had a deficit 6 times as large as ours, and they still did not go ask voters for more money.
But Prop Q has its supporters. Ahead of the start of early voting, KVUE spoke with the head of a government employees union. Bryden Summers worries about layoffs if voters reject Prop Q. He says this money would help the city make up for state limits on local property tax revenue and federal funding cuts.
Seeing those grants be pulled, they want to starve city government. And we're really trying to tell people that we all want these services, and so we've got to support each other and take care of ourselves.
At the No Kings rally, Congressman Greg Casar, whose district includes East Austin, voiced his support.
To save our ambulances, to save our shelters from Trump's cuts.
Now Prop Q's fate depends on which voters show up to polling places like the Carver Library in East Austin, where Stephen Brown cast his ballot immediately after our interview.
That was Adam Bennett reporting. If approved, the average homeowner would pay about an extra $300 a year in city property taxes. Austin's airport is back to normal after a busy weekend. Lots of fans left town after Sunday's Formula One Grand Prix, and the FAA issued ground delays from 5 to 9 p.m. Sunday because of extra passenger traffic. Flights were all delayed about 40 minutes each. Monday was expected to be one of the busiest travel days of the year. There's a big winner in San Marcos tonight. One lucky player claimed a $2 million Mega Millions prize from the October 14th drawing. The winning ticket was bought at a convenience store on Menchaca Road in Austin. Now, the numbers all matched all 5 white ball numbers, just missing the mega ball, but a special multiplier boosted the prize from $1 million to $2 million. The winner has chosen to remain anonymous. And those are the headlines happening in Austin. I'm Quita Culpepper.